We are here with Mercedes, who's going to be taking care of our dogs while we're gone. And you're a professional dog sitter.
Yes.
How long have you been doing this?
About 10 years now. Way too long.
Why did you pick that as your profession?
Dogs are much better than people generally.
I like that answer. And what are your challenges when you dog sit for, dogs that you sometimes don't know at all?
Generally, most people underestimate their dogs' issues. So there's been times where I've had dogs go after my own animals, or one time a dog actually almost killed my cat. So it's more of a, really deeply evaluate the dog without the owners necessarily having any input in their personality.
So
definitely they would do the same to your cat, so no cats.
You're gonna evaluate our dogs?
Oh, they're good, they're good. Don't worry about that.
No, you can evaluate them. I would love to hear your evaluation.
So here are two more amazing things about Mercedes. One, you moved from California.
Yes.
We're standing in 30 degrees weather.
Yeah, like show the contrast
and
between
this woman is wearing no socks. And you're fine.
Yes.
You're really fine. You're not cold and you're not gonna be sick.
No.
No. Okay. This is beyond my comprehension, but
oh, she's cold. Look, she's shivering.
she's not cold.
Look,
She's a dog.
Shivering.
She's excited.
I think
Yeah,
she's
super excited.
Really?
So this is your dog Vixen?
Yes.
Tell us about her.
2 years ago, I adopted her from a shelter. She had been returned twice because somebody at 8 weeks old decided that she had too much energy, so they dumped her back.
What?
And then at 11 months old, they decided they didn't want a dog anymore. Again, quoting, too much energy.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
An 8-month-old dog? Of course it's going to have energy. That's what dogs have, energy.
Yeah.
What did they want?
Apparently
a slug?
Yeah, apparently she got into a bunch of stuff, so she would be crated for like 22 hours a day. So.
Wow. Oh, and now you have a nice morning.
And she's a special dog for another reason. Why is that?
She's a cardiac alert dog, which basically means if my heart gets too rapid, she'll tell me so that I have enough time to sit down before I pass out.
That is really amazing. I can't even imagine how you would train a dog for something like this. How did you train her for that?
That's what I think.
Basically, you get the scent samples, so you purposely trigger an episode where, like for me, you increase the heart rate to a certain point where you want them to alert to, and you take a cheek swab. And it's very similar to like diabetic dog training, where you freeze the samples. I like to use them within like 3 days, but you basically do the frozen samples and then they connect the scent with, a certain behavior. So like for her, it's pawing. And then you eventually switch to live samples, which is blowing in her mouth, or blowing through her nose, to try to get her to understand the connection, and also to make sure she's not going to do like fake alerts.
What is the temperature outside?
In Northeast, it's 41 degrees with mostly cloudy skies.
Seriously, I want to know how Mercedes is okay without socks and basically walking bare feet in this weather. Do I have like a lowered immunity, or is it possible that the cold affects me differently? I get sick when I get cold. So you don't get sick when you get cold?
No, if I got sick when I got cold, I'd be sick all the time because I'm always cold.
How is it possible then that I get sick when I get cold? I just know this from my experience. If I get cold feet, I get sick.
I'm so glad you didn't get sick after our wedding. That tells me a lot.
Why do I get sick when I have cold feet and Mercedes was walking around here in 40 degrees weather, as Alexa said? It's not a 30 degrees weather, it's still cold. And she's completely fine. I have discovered I do not have a suitable jacket for Poland. It's gonna be very cold in there. This is like a end of fall type of jacket. It's good for 40 degrees weather, but it's not good for like 0 degrees Fahrenheit weather, which is what we're gonna face over there. And I don't want to freeze my butt off because today's entire episode is about being cold and getting sick from it. And I don't want to be sick anymore, so I'm getting a jacket.
It's a coat on its own. So if you're hiking and you want something that isn't as hot as with this shell, this you can just wear. Or you can wear them both together. But yeah, they're your 3-in-1 coats and they're very universal. It's your, windbreaker, it's your insulated layer, but it's also your raincoat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
So it has,
fine.
yeah, it has 3 different purposes. Dude, why do you have a camera on you?
Oh, we vlog.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. You want to be on ours?
Hi.
What's your name? Audrey?
Yes.
Audrey is a very helpful. What are you? Shop assistant?
Retail, maybe expert. I don't know.
Retail sales expert?
Saleswoman. That's a good one.
We actually just did a video about how nice customer service is in USA.
Oh, yeah?
Because I come from Poland.
Good.
I mean, I've been here 15 years,
Poland's
but
beautiful. I love Poland. This is nice too because it has pockets
yeah.
on the inside. So if you want to store your GoPro, you can.
Oh, cool. That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I think this is the one. Last update of the day, the preparations for the photographer's presentation in Poland in a few days are actually going very well. Once we started talking and thinking about what subjects we can bring into that discussion, we figured we have so much to talk about, we're actually going to have to cut it down. Because think about it, we've been doing this for 15 years on my part, 7 on Blondie's part, 8 years on Blondie's part. There's so much. You simply, if you just look at why we shoot, our entire, like what we learned during those entire 15 years, all the adventures we had, there's so much to talk about, it's kind of hard to narrow down. And I'm not just saying this to calm down everybody who might be freaked out by yesterday's vlog when we said, we haven't started preparing. It's not true. We've been preparing for this our entire lives. And yes, we're going to be specific. We're actually preparing points that we're going to follow, so it's not just going to be a discussion about whatever. I don't mean to over-explain this, I'm just sharing my thought process behind this. For what really happens in real life, you'll just have to keep watching. Today was an awesome day, a day for meeting people, we made new friends, everything's coming nicely together for this trip. So excited. Thank you guys so much for watching, hope you enjoyed today's episode, and tomorrow we are going somewhere. Good night. Dog sitter, check. Really bitchin' jacket, check.
Bitchin' jacket.